Welcome to the Explainer, everyone. Okay, today we are diving into what I like to call a wealth wake-up call. We're looking at some seriously eye-opening research that's probably going to challenge everything you thought you knew about your daily routine and, more importantly, your path to financial freedom. Let's get right into it. So, am I really living or am I just existing? Yeah, it's a heavy question, right? But think about it. Time is literally our most limited resource. There's no reset button here. Yet, how often are we treating our actual real-life dreams for just, another hour of endlessly scrolling through social media? It's kind of a trap. Here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the clock is ticking, divorce time from income, stocks versus real estate, beware the hidden costs, and finally, choose your path today. All right, section 1, the clock is ticking. Listen, I'll do it later is absolutely the biggest lie you are telling yourself. Because let's be honest, later almost always just means never. The people who actually build real wealth, they take action right now, like this very second. And they do it even if their plans are completely 100% imperfect. Moving on to section 2, divorce time from income. Okay, this comparison is a real game changer for how we think about earning. Take Sarah, for example. She's a 34-year-old freelancer making a fantastic 12 grand a month. But here's the catch. She is totally trapped by the clock. If she takes a week off, that revenue completely stops. But then look at Alex. Same age, bringing in a bit less, about $9,800 a month, with vending machines. But he is literally earning money while he sleeps. He basically bought his own freedom by building a system that just runs without him. So what are these systems? Well, there are basically 11 sleep money businesses. We've got automated machines, then car washes, ATMs, vending, laundromats, apartment laundry. Then there are digital assets like print on demand, digital products, and ad websites. And of course, real estate, self-storage, rentals, parking lots. Now, I know running a laundromat doesn't exactly sound like the most glamorous dinner party topic, right? But the core concept here is beautiful. You front-load your effort to build or buy the system, and then you just let it earn for you 24/7. And to put this into perspective, just check out this staggering number, $35 billion. That is the annual revenue of the U.S. parking industry alone. It's kind of the ultimate overnight wealth creator. I mean, think about it. A parking lot is literally just a slab of concrete with some painted lines. No inventory, no staff, no crazy complex equipment. Automated payment kiosks are just collecting cash while you sleep. People park their cars every single day, and boom, the wealth is generated automatically. It's wild. Okay, on to section 3, stocks versus real estate. Let's track two totally different investment philosophies here. We've got Ethan and Lucas. They're both 28, and they've both managed to save up 50 grand. Now, Ethan, he loves tangible assets. So he puts his 50K down on a $250,000 rental house with a 7% mortgage, bringing in about $1,800 a month in rent. Lucas, on the other hand, wants a completely hands-off approach. He throws his 50K straight into a broad index fund and sets up a $200 monthly auto invest. Just set it and forget it. So let's play this out. At the 3-year mark, Ethan feels like an absolute genius. He's controlling a $250,000 asset with just his 50K down. Meanwhile, Lucas is just looking at a quiet 76 grand on his phone app. But fast forward to 10 years? Ethan has built some massive leveraged equity, sure. But his weekends? Yeah, they belong to property repairs. Lucas is finally feeling that compounding momentum kicking in. His money is actually making money. But just wait, year 20 is where it gets absolutely crazy. But before we jump to year 20, we need to hit section 4, beware the hidden costs. Because here is the harsh reality of real estate. That rent check Ethan gets every month, it is not pure profit. Not even close. You have to budget for about a month of vacancy every year, turnover costs like cleaning and advertising, and roughly 1% to 2% of the property's value for maintenance. Because guess what? Roofs leak, and tenants will absolutely call you at 3 a.m. when the plumbing breaks. If you hire a property manager to avoid all that headache, well, say goodbye to 8 to 10% of your monthly rent. That being said, we absolutely can't ignore this number, $385,000. That is the equity Ethan manages to build over 20 years. So despite all the late-night phone calls, the taxes, the fixes, using the bank's money to magnify your wealth is still undeniably powerful. Which brings us to our final section, section 5, choose your path today. Guys, this is the twist I totally didn't see coming. Look at their total wealth after 20 years. Ethan, with all of his active management, the leverage, the headaches, he lands at around $505,000. But Lucas, the guy who took the boring, completely passive index fund route, he finishes at $518,000. Two completely different philosophies demanding vastly different amounts of free time, and they arrive at pretty much the exact same destination. How crazy is that? But here's the real takeaway. Whichever path you gravitate toward, the underlying engine driving both of them is willpower. It's simply doing the right thing even when you really don't feel like doing it. It's like a muscle you have to train, you know? Showing up when you're tired, when you're scared, or when the market takes a massive dip. So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to chew on. When are you going to stop watching others win? Seriously, the clock doesn't care if you aren't ready. The math is right there in front of you. So, which system are you going to start building today?